Welcome to my channel. My name is Pull my glasses for this because of the glare, but I do need them to read. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lauren and this is Elements of Style, where I talk about everything from fashion to travel, and today I'm talking about fashion. I'm talking about the Senreve Aria belt bag, which they recently updated. So yeah, let's dive in. If you are new to the Senreve family, this video may or may not be for you. It will be informative, but this video is really for those who have already purchased Senreve before, specifically have already purchased the Aria belt bag and are wondering if they should buy the new version because there is a price increase. Last October of 2020, Senreve decided to update their Aria belt bag, and I was stoked because one of the main features that they added is something I've been waiting for. It's easily one of the most used bags in my closet, so I jumped at the chance to update mine, and then I wanted to tell you a little bit about the differences and if I think it is worth the $50 increase and is worth buying the new one if you have the old one. This video also might come in handy if you are purchasing from a resale shop to know which one you're buying and the features that come along with that. Before I get into any of the details, I just want to remind you that you can use my code ELLEMULENOS for $50 off any Senreve purchase above $250. That's most things on their website, including the belt bag. So yes, just use code ELLEMULENOS and I'll drop it here just so you spell it right and everything. Just a little caveat, if you're new to my channel, just know that I have other Senreve videos. So in relation to today's video, I do have one comparing the Senreve Aria to the Kodo, which is their other belt bag, as well as other bags like the Alana and the Maestra. I'll link all of those in the below box just so you can see them. They all have coordinating blog posts, as does this one. I'll link those below too. So like I mentioned, the Aria is one of the most used bags in my repertoire of handbags, if that makes sense. It is mainly because it is so versatile. Obviously I have the black color. This is the Pebbled Noir. Pebbled is referencing the leather style. The Noir is just a fancy way to say black, I guess. It does lend itself to being versatile just because of the color, but the bag itself is super versatile. You can wear it as a clutch like this. It comes with a belt, so you can wear it around your waist as a belt bag, across your body as a belt bag. You can wear it as a shoulder bag, and then you can wear it as a shoulder bag with a chain. There's so many options. In addition to that, it's small. I like to take this bag on vacation just because it fits in the purse or backpack that I'm already bringing, and then I have an easy like night out type bag. I also really like it because it's not too small. I can still fit stuff in it. It doesn't hold too much, but it's more than just like a mini bag. I love this bag. That being said, I loved it before the update, so this update honestly just made me love the bag even more. Before I go into the updates, I'm just going to remind you a couple things about the bag that hasn't changed. It's still made in Italy. It fits up to an iPhone 8 Plus, which yes, the iPhone 8 is the biggest iPhone on the market right now. The 12, which is the newest one, is actually more compact. So if you have the 8, it will fit, and any other phone will fit as well, as long as it's in the iPhone family. I'm not sure about Android or Google Pixel or any of those. The fabric, the leather, is still scratch and stain resistant in addition to water resistance. The inside is still the micro-suede that Senreve is known for, which is stain resistant. Regarding dimensions, it's still 8 inches by 5 inches. The depth is 2 inches if that matters to you. It weighs about 0.89 pounds, which is so just under a pound. It's not heavy at all. Of course, comes with a strap, which I'll talk about later as well. It comes in 5 different leather styles: Pebbled, which is what this one is, Mimosa, Dolce, Dragon, and then most recently they launched it in a vegan leather option. And then it still comes in 15 different colorways and then 2 different metals. So this one is gold, but it also has some silver options too. So what changed? There isn't a full list of the full changes of the bag, so these are just things that I discovered when comparing the two. The thing that Senreve for sure said was the price increase in the inner loops. They said a vague statement of hardware updates, and I think I have all of those, but I apologize if I miss any just because there's not a list that I'm reading from. It's just what I gathered. So first of all, there's a price increase. The base price for the Aria belt bag prior to the updates was $395. The base price is now $445. There are some styles that are more expensive. For example, the dragon leather is usually more expensive, but everything across the board updated $50. So that's just an easy way to think of it, $50 more. I've already said, but I think $50 more is worth it just based on the updates that they did make. And I think the $50 makes total sense. They could have probably did a little bit more, but with the labor added and the materials added, I think that it makes sense. Another update that they made besides the price is that this pocket, this is the updated one, is just like slightly bigger. It goes a little bit lower on under the flap. It probably isn't that noticeable, but if you use that flap, it could be helpful. I don't usually ever use that flap, so that wasn't a big update to me. Another hardware update that I noticed was that the magnetic closure was updated. This is the updated one, and you can see that this circle is a little bit bigger than this one. I didn't notice that at first, but I like the update just because it's easy to close because it's a magnet, but sometimes it's still hard, not in a make or break way, but sometimes still just hard to get like the center right in the middle, and because it's a little bit bigger, I think it's slightly easier to close now. Another update that they made is in regard to the belts. This is the old one, this is the new one. The loop is a little bit lower on the new one, so I mean, I guess that's easier. I really haven't noticed a difference. Oops, not holding that straight. The big difference in the straps is that the new one is longer. Not by too much, but by to where it's enough. Like, that's significant if you need it bigger or if you're wanting it to wear longer across your body. Specifically, the original one was 59.5 inches and the new one measures 63 inches. The other change is that there are more holes in the new one. In the old one, they stopped making the holes across the middle part or a portion of it. In the new one, they have holes all the way down it, so they actually have an increase from 20 holes to 29 holes, which I think is pretty significant. And last but not least, my favorite update are the inner loops. So both bags have the back loops, but previously on Law and Order, previously there were not inner loops. So now you have the inner loops, so you can strap things in on it. I'll show you the difference. So this is the old bag. You could for sure previously put the chain on the back loops, but as you can see, it kind of falls forward and it doesn't lay flat unless it's like flat up against your body, which it usually isn't, especially if you're wearing it just on your shoulder. Crossbody, it works, but it just still kind of leans forward. So that was the issue with that. If you didn't want to wear it on the back before, you could put it on the inside and then close the clasp, but by doing this, you raise the risk of it falling off because it's not hooked to anything. Obviously, it would only fall off if you were opening it or something like that. You'd probably realize it when it fell, but sometimes you just need to get into your purse without having to hold it. And especially, like, I have twins coming, so I was like, I can't have a bag that's gonna fall off of my chain and I have to pick it up and scramble. I need it to be secure. So that was a huge selling point to me and why I kind of just like bit the bullet and bought the new one. So with the new one, you can put the chain perfectly in there. It stays on, you can open the bag. You should always try to close your bag. I'm not the best about it if I am walking around, but you should always try to close your bag. But if you don't, at least the bag is not going to fall off. One more example of why the inner loops are so good is because one of my favorite ways, and I actually didn't realize I could wear it this way until last year. I thought there was only like 3 ways I could wear the bag besides a clutch, but you can actually wear it as a shoulder bag, meaning that the strap goes inside the purse versus around the back, and it just like hangs on your shoulder. And I liked doing that with the other one, but again, you run into the same problem of it would just be in there and then could fall off, and like you couldn't get into your purse just on the go. You had to like stop and hold your purse to make sure it didn't fall. So anyway, the strap fits on the inside too, just like the chain, and makes it a cute little shoulder bag. So overall, I'm super happy with the updates. I think that it's well worth the money, and I'm happily paid $50 to update mine. Now, if they would only add loops to the envelope clutch. This is one of, I think, their underrated bags. I actually use this as my computer sleeve. That's how I travel with it, just because it fits perfectly in there. It's chic looking, especially like going into a meeting or an interview. It fits like papers and stuff in there too. But I have been known to put a chain on the inside and wear it as a shoulder bag, and they don't have the inner loops on this. However, they did recently launch a mini version of this bag, a mini envelope clutch, and they did put inner loops on that one. So maybe there is a hope of coming out with this updated too. I wanted to talk about the chain. So the chain is actually new to me. This is the Senreve chain. It retails for $95. It also comes in silver. Previously, I hadn't bought it. I just found this like $11 chain on Amazon. Let's see how they compare. This one is just a little bit more glam and out there, especially with the more yellow gold. This is a little bit more subtle. Honestly, this chain is fine. I do like having this chain just because I feel like it's a little bit more out there and like makes a statement, but I do like that the chain, the gold matches, whereas this gold didn't really match. But if you're looking to save money, I'll link this Amazon one below. I've had this one for as long as I've had the bag. The color hasn't worn off or anything. It does like just loop like this, but I think it's a good buy. But if you want the metals to match, like this is a good buy as well. I think they actually just recently launched some new chains, so if you want it to look a little bit different. But yes, I have both. And yeah, I think that's it. A really quick, short, sweet video. And don't forget, you can use my code ELLEMULENOS. I'll put it right here to spell it out for you. And you can use that for $50 off your Senreve purchase as long as it's over 250 bucks. Enjoy. I hope this was helpful to you. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask me. I love the bag. I love Senreve. I'm very familiar with a lot of their products. So feel free to ask away. You can just comment below or send me an email at lauren@elementsofstyle.com. You can follow along with me on my Instagram at ELLEMULENOS and on my blog at elementsofstyle.com. Thanks so much for watching.